Hey, Mr. Harper, if you'd be so kind, take a seat right over there. Thank you.
Well, why I'm sitting down for, sir?
Right over there with
Well,
Mr.
I'm saying, why am I sitting down? I'm asking a question.
You don't want to sit down?
No, it ain't. That's not what I'm asking. I put emotions. I gave you petition for release.
Yes, sir.
Because of delay.
Yes, sir.
I'm still doing, I do a speed trial with case law.
All those motions I've reviewed, they are denied.
You can't
We're ready
deny
for
it, sir.
Yes, we can. Sir.
No, you can't. They got to go to Austin.
No,
And
that will be done
With
after
case
these
law,
hearings.
with case law,
That would
case
be
law.
done.
No, you not gonna sit up here and tell me that you're gonna violate my motherfucking rights, nigga. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care about that. I give a fuck about you, none of y'all. Fuck y'all. Fuck what you talking about. This is my motherfucking life, white boy, you Egyptian pharaoh. Cause this law right here tell you, federal congressional enactments authorizing or empowering any of the defendants named here to the place detained on parole with no apparent reason at all to cause plaintiff to be detained on the pretext that he might be convicted for the new offense, then seek he will always be in violation. Motherfucking a parole takes from plaintiff the presumption of innocence and just violates the 14th Amendment. All right, here, bitch. I'm not doing none of that.
All right.
So get up out of here.
You're taking outside.
Yeah, bitch ass nigga.
Go back to the
Fucking
cell.
pharaohs. Fuck y'all.
Go back to the cell.
Fucking pharaohs. Yeah, give me about your courtroom, bitch.
Sorry.
Yeah, nigga. What you gonna do, nigga?
Just make sure.
What you gonna do, nigga? Bitch. Yeah.
Make sure that the speaker is on so we can hear. Mr. West, you made sure we took care of competency matters earlier, didn't we?
Your Honor, I was just appointed on this case like 2 days ago. So,
Do you know anything about this?
and I've got all
Yes,
this covered from me and Mr. Boyd to talk. I know about the facts of the case. I know about the details. I spoke to my client a little bit. I know that at one point he was evaluated for competency and was found to be competent at one point. But I mean,
Well, there's a competency evaluation back in December. And we did that because the similar actions that he displayed here in vulgarity, obstinance, anger, and raving lunacy type statements are similar to what we caused Dr. Ed Rapon, licensed psychiatrist, to evaluate the defendant, who submitted a report December 9th, 2024, that states that the defendant is competent to proceed to a resolution of his legal issues. Is there any reason why you feel like we need another report at this time?
Your Honor, due to the fact that he is very uncooperative and not willing to work with us, even when I was talking to him, he's not wanting to move forward with doing anything. He's just ranting. I would argue, I know Dr. Pons found that he's competent, but I would suggest that he's incompetent due to the fact that he is unable to assist his counsel in moving forward with this trial, or this hearing and or these trials coming up. So I would request to have it evaluated again, but I'll leave that to the court. The court's had more experience with them than I have. I've just only been on the case 2 days, so I don't have months of experience like y'all have with.
And Your Honor, this is his third or fourth attorney. This is.
It doesn't have anything to do with Mr. West. I understand that.
Your Honor, I just meant, I think it's its way of stalling and keeping this case. He, in the underlying case that he was placed on probation for, he contacted the witness, tried to keep her from testifying. That's why he was given a deferred, because we couldn't get her. He's done the same thing in this case, contacted her from the jail. There's nothing on those jail calls that suggests that he's incompetent in any way. He carries on normal conversations with his mother. He doesn't get his way, and he comes in here and thinks he's going to delay the proceedings, which he has several times now, because he knows we have a hard time getting the complaint.
But once again, I would prefer Dr. Rapon, since this was 6 months ago, Dr. Rapon follow up with an evaluation.
Well, when we won't be able to get the complaint at, sometime in the future. And I
know, but once again, we could have had a hearing, I guess, earlier, but 6 months have gone by. Mr. Boyd, Could you pay attention, please? Would you be so kind? Just don't. I mean, that's just like what I just had to deal with him, turning your back to me.
I was looking at Mr. Larry. See, I don't know what to do. I mean, I don't know what to do on that. So,
Well, what we want to do is whatever whatever way we handle it, we want it to be a secure decision that is not reversed. I want to make sure that all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed. What is the problem in having another evaluation at this time? I mean, I think Dr. Rapon could make it happen within 48 hours or so, but where do you see a problem?
I guess just my idea is that he acts like this every time. The difficulty in then scheduling a.
But I know, but how many times have we, at the end of the day, how many times have we had this motion to revoke probation hearing set for a hearing? Is this the third time?
I think it may be the fourth, where he acted out at least 3 times prior to this, and
First for me. So
that's just what I'm concerned with. Is that I know we're very busy in here, and that it may take. Let's say it take another 6 months to get to a hearing because of.
Why would it be? Yeah, I mean, if now he's got our attention, again, we know. It's just. Do you remember the dates of the other hearings? I'm reading to you.
Probably had, if we had evaluation done in December, I would bet January. And then maybe February, and then March. March is when we had to ask him to.
We need to have dates so she can pick up the record. So I can look at the record of the times. And I'm not showing in this when hearings were held or attempted to be. I see where there were some resettings for a particular date, but there's nothing that shows what happened on those dates here.
The other than the one where we did the memo to the jail.
Well, here's the deal. It is as well is that's the most important thing is what do we do with proceeding with a hearing with him not present in the courtroom? Because his presence in the courtroom is volatile, vulgar, obstinate, angry, and I've remembered this over and over again. So what do we do, Mr. West and Mr. Boyd? Since they have a right to be heard.
I must keep my position that he needs to be evaluated because he's unable to effectively work with anyone, much less me.
What do you say, Mr. Moore?
Your Honor, the Ninth Court of Appeals had a case very similar to this, in which an individual kept trying to delay the proceedings. Again, there's not a jury here. And I think that was part of the argument. It's not influencing a jury in any way. If that individual is the individual is given 2 or 3 opportunities to come out to behave himself, he did not. He was then placed in a holding cell where he could hear the proceedings, and it continued from that point on. And the court held that was.
How does he confer with his attorney?
If the attorney needs to ask him.
How does he confer with his attorney? Anybody know?
If the attorney needs to ask questions, the attorney can go and stop the proceedings, go back and ask a question of his client. But if you disrupt the court so that you cannot hold the proceedings, otherwise you're voluntarily absenting yourself from the proceedings because you're creating the situation, not the state.
What are the other dates of the hearings? So I can put that on the record.
I have July 31st, 2024, Your Honor.
Okay. Hold on.
Yes, sir.
7/21.
7/31, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then March 19th, 2025.
Okay.
I think we had him January days.
And those are the 2 that hearings were scheduled where we had it. There were 2 times before where there was announcements, but that was in
during those announcements, I think he was
He
obstreperous.
Yes, Your
We
Honor.
weren't even on.
Okay.
I want to say that was for January.
Okay. So 7/31 of last year and 3/19 of this year were the two hearings for MTRPs.
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you be some kind of? Well, those, let me look, we're gonna take a short break. I want to review the transcript on those hearings. And make a record. Of that.
319.
We're in short recess.